What's up, everybody? It's your boy Montoya Smith, aka Black Socrates. I wanted to put y'all up on game for Saturday's Mental Dialogue Talk Show. Excellent conversation. Is abortion a women's only right? As our special guest was Jadale King from the Georgia Gang, as well as Diversity Coast consultant Latrice Ross. Excellent conversation in the first hour, and then we had a reaction to the first hour. But there was one thing that got talked about on Saturday shows that I wish I would have mentioned, so I wanted to mention it briefly here and tell you to tune into the show. Link in bio on IG, link below on Facebook. But check out this cut, and I'm gonna make a couple comments about it, and hopefully y'all can check out the whole show after you listen to this. Here we go. Hope y'all can hear this.
Expected mothers to be able to receive support so that they can care for they can help to care for the well-being of the unborn.
Well, that's inside the heartbeat bill, which is why I think it's the same concept. It's just I was going to explain what the bill is actually in. This is in all. I mean, this is the policy now. So here in Georgia, you are the father. I mean, the mother can ask for child support while she's carrying the child, and but if for some reason the baby's born and the child is and it turns out that they do a DNA test and the child is not of his and he's been paying this money, the mom has to pay him back with interest. So this is to make sure that the mom has financial support while carrying the child. That's part of the heartbeat bill, so that is in place right now in the state of Georgia.
So this is at the federal level that they're doing this, so they want to make this a federal bill, if you will.
And I support it.
And I don't have an issue with it. If we're going to apply personhood to a fetus, then child support should absolutely apply.
Wow. I wish I had a thought about this on Saturday. The more I listened to it, and again, I was just asking the ladies how they felt about it. And as I listened to that, Janelle breaks down that here in Georgia, there's already an aspect. So the unsupported child support bill, if I'm saying the act, as you heard Latrice mention, they're gonna, in a sense, try to take that on a federal level, but it's already implemented within Georgia, from what Janelle was saying, our Republican strategist. And as I thought about it, I wish I would have just dialogued about it, because that's crazy to me in this sense, that what's happening in this dialogue, as I mentioned on Saturday, I'm pro-life. However, I do struggle with the idea that the government, or my opinion, should be involved in a decision between a man and a woman. And I'm realizing as I listen to the child support, which I've personally, I'll be honest, most of my life I've been a fan of child support for people that are not going to take care of their business. But the reality is, when it comes to fathers, either your fathers will be involved or they won't, and child support doesn't necessarily make them be involved. But I do get having some type of financial means, even from somebody who doesn't want to support their child. So in concept, I get it, but what I realize is ultimately you cannot legislate morality. So the reason you have for example, some fathers in jail right now that refuse to pay child support or can't pay child support is because the child support itself does not make them be involved, which is the more important issue in this dialogue. So I feel like, to a degree, that even these new laws that are coming down within states that are going to have some type of ban on certain types of abortions, they're not completely banning abortion. Even here in Georgia, they've brought it down to 6 weeks, which, go listen to the show. You'll hear more details on what we were talking about. And it's really more about the landscape of what we should be saying to the next generation. But the challenge I would have said was that at the end of the day, even the idea of the mother paying interest if she implements the wrong guy, if you will, imagine even going through that experience and it's not your child, and we already have those issues now, and that rule is not going to make people act any different. At the end of the day, there's certain type of morality you cannot legislate, and I think that ideally this stuff is not coming down because we're caring about the family. We're really trying to punish people for bad decisions, and unfortunately this type of stuff, when it comes to the things that humans are going to do no matter what, which is eat, sleep, and fuck, like that's what humans are going to do. It's hard to legislate morality. And I think that's what's happening. We're trying to give consequences, even though we're going to create a landscape where I think we're going to have more children. As I look at this is the question I would have asked both the ladies. What do you think will be the consequences of half of the states putting a 6-week abortion ban? If it's going to be about a 26, 24, or 30, 20 split across the country, and if most of them put in a 6-week bill, do we think there'll be more unwanted children born, and what do we think will result from that? Because this bill and these rules are not going to, in a sense, stop people from unfortunately having babies. That's not me saying I'm against the bill, because again, I'm pro-life. I just want to know what do we expect, and are we really using these bills correctly based on what the outcome we want, or are we just trying to legislate morality? That's what I would have asked on Saturday. Either way, check out the full show. It was an excellent conversation. I'm not telling you which side to be on. That's just a question I failed to ask on Saturday, but we still had an excellent dialogue from both sides of it. Go check it out. If you have Spotify, Apple Podcasts, go find Mental Dialogue, Stitcher, Podbean, all the places that you listen to podcasts. Just look up Mental Dialogue and you'll see the show. All I ask is that you think.